This is a quick demonstration of a JavaFX application running on a Raspberry Pi with the Azul Zulu runtime. For this demo I'm using a Raspberry Pi board, it's a Pi 5, with the 64-bit version of the Raspberry Pi operating system. So we can also check which Raspberry Pi board exactly we're running. It's a Pi 5 Model B. And the Java version running on this board now is Zulu 17.50, which is based on OpenJDK 17.011. And I have this little JavaFX demo application here. You can check out the full sources as an attachment in the blog post which is mentioned with this video. And we can execute it with JBANG. If you don't know JBANG, it's a tool to execute Java code which has dependencies in a very easy way. You see it's running on Java 17 with JavaFX 22 dependency, and we have this one ball bouncing back and forth on the screen. The number of balls can be easily changed here in the code, so let's make it 50 and start the application again. You see it has to rebuild as we change some of the sources, and still at 60 frames per second we have this smooth animation of a lot of balls in all different colors. Now let's switch to another version. By using SDKMAN we can very easily switch to another version, like for instance version 22. You see it's already installed on this board, so I can easily switch to it by using SDK use Java and that specific version. And you see we are now on version 22, which is Zulu 22.30. Now let's start the application again. It doesn't have to rebuild because it was already compiled, and we are now running on Java 22 and we have the same smooth frame rate. So let's check for the boundaries. What can we do on this Raspberry Pi board? So we now switch to 500 balls bumping around the screen. You see the frame rate drops a bit, but we're still above 50 frames per second. So smooth animations with a lot of objects moving on the screen. Now just for the fun, let's check what happens with the thousands. So remember, if you go with big numbers in Java code, you can use the underscore to make it more readable. The animation frame rate drops a bit, but it's still above 30 frames per second. And we can also scale the window a bit. And this will probably a bit the limit of what we can do with the current code and the current configuration. So again, just for fun, let's push it to 10,000 balls on the screen. Well, it takes a bit to load and the animation is not fluent anymore. So we found the limit of what we can do with the number of animations on the screen of a JavaFX application. But just for fun, just as a test, and you see how easy it is to run a JavaFX application, user interface application on the Raspberry Pi 64-bit operating system with Azul Zulu.